the Western world, certainly, some countries are blatantly interfering in Hong Kong's internal affairs, and of course in the internal affairs of our motherland, of China. Basically, it's wrong. It's totally unacceptable, unreasonable. That I will also say that they are adopting double standards. Double standards. What we are doing in Hong Kong is to protect our own interests. For example, the national security law in Hong Kong. Why should they target Hong Kong? So I would describe this really as it's absolutely blatant, grossly unreasonable interference in Hong Kong's internal affairs. I really don't think that the Legislative Council will become a rubber stamp at all. In fact, over the last few days, the Council has performed its role admirably well in terms of questioning the government, expressing different views, and advising the government to do better. In fact, it has entered a new stage back to the normal track, as it were, of rational discussion, of rational debate. The premise is, in the past, in fact, it's confusion, disruptions, and obstruction, put it this way. But now we are now back to track, which means that we can have reasonable, rational, in-depth and meaningful discussions and arguments. The pro-establishment members are not necessarily yes men. They still have their own views. They can express opposite views as well. In fact, if you look at Finance Committee meeting last Friday, out of 4 items, only 1 was passed. 3 items, in fact, the government agreed to withdraw so that we can consider further how best to improve the package, the proposal, in the light of the views expressed by members. So we are talking about interactive, constructive relationship now unfolding. We're now back to normal, which means that we can forget about disruptions, obstructions, and so on, because we'll be in one mind. One mind is keep Hong Kong going, Hong Kong's best interests at heart. And also, we are on the same page. We all believe that we should uphold the basic law. We should pledge allegiance to the Hong Kong SAR. Now, all these are very important commonalities, common denominators. On the same page, unity of mind and purpose. Purpose is to keep Hong Kong moving, improve people's livelihood, enhance Hong Kong's economic development, and so on. So as I said, we're entering a very, very precious period of cooperation, a rational debate, and rational arguments, not necessarily rubber stamp. I'm sure that the pro-establishment members, they also are accountable to their own constituencies. They may object. For example, they say, why we object to the government creating permanent posts? Can you not have temporary posts for 3 years because of the current economic situation? Save some money. We've never argued. We take the item back so that we can reconsider it in the light of their advice and wisdom. We also enhance liaison, cooperation, and interaction, not only within the Council, but also outside the Legislative Council, working hand in hand for Hong Kong's future. This morning, in fact, we had a very successful Public Works Subcommittee meeting where 4 very major projects, construction projects, including the new headquarters of the Drainage Services Department, the new headquarters of the Water Supplies Department, the new headquarters of the Correctional Services Department, the 3 major projects all approved by the Public Works Committee, and also plus other important projects like waterworks, major projects and so on, facilitating a housing program, and also a massive program to rebuild a secondary school premises and so on. Now all these will create jobs, particularly in the construction industry, which is very badly hit by the current situation. Unemployment is very serious in Hong Kong at the moment. Construction industry is very badly hit. Now this will ease unemployment in Hong Kong because once the project has been approved, we can call tender and then get the project off the ground straight away, and jobs will be created, and people's livelihood will be improved. And Hong Kong's economy will be able to restart again. So all these very important. A rational Legislative Council is very important. So we are determined to engage them constructively and seriously on all fronts so that we can work hand in hand for Hong Kong's betterment.